Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Bitcoin. A full morning update. It's still a little bit early, so bear with me here. But we're going to do a full update right here on Bitcoin on the lower time frames, and here a little bit more on the higher time frames in this video. The lower time frames are quite stable, or quite boring, you could even say. So I think on the higher time frames we can more accurately kind of discuss possibilities and opportunities, and what is most likely from the current prices. But obviously at this point of time, Bitcoin is still doing great. Now on the 4-hour time frame, at this point of time we are holding the 4-hour trend, but a couple of times we've lost it. So at least on the 4-hour time frame, I think we are actually neutral. But on the higher time frames, so from 12-hour and up, we are definitely still bullish, and I expect us to continue to be bullish. So I said this yesterday, I will say it again, I still do expect us to get to those equal highs right here at 123,000, so the all-time high, and I think we can rally above that as well. But that depends a little bit on the circumstances and all the factors and influences around crypto and around Bitcoin. It depends on how they are when we actually get to that level. But yeah, so that's generally what I expect. But I think most of the interesting opportunities for Bitcoin are more to the downsides and on the lower time frames. So we'll talk about that. First of all, let's talk about some fundamentals. Yesterday we had the speech by Jerome Powell. That was nothing. Nothing meaningful was said there. And we also don't have any major data today. I mean, we do have some earnings data coming out, both yesterday and today. Today I think we have Tesla, for example, pretty major. But all of that, look, the main thing you should just watch is the stock market and US equities. And at this point of time, US equities are doing fine. We also see that funding rates are heating up a little bit. So that's interesting, and that's definitely something to be aware of and something to keep your eyes on. And the Coinbase Bitcoin premium is still at a premium, and a healthy premium, may I say as well. So ultimately, everything's still looking good. Bitcoin is incredibly stable, right? I mean, we tried to auction above the value area high right here at 119.6, failed to do so. Like I said, at this point of time, we're holding the 4-hour uptrend, but I would say it's a little bit more likely that we will remain stable. And then I will repeat this as much as I have to. But I think, look, if we're able to get a breakout, a bullish breakout here above 120,000, and we do that with volume, I think that's a good opportunity, right? And I will buy Bitcoin then probably, or buy Bitcoin probably long Bitcoin perpetual futures. But I still think, especially if you look at the 4-hour, if you look at the 12-hour time frame, like very often when you see a move like this, where you have two major imbalances to the downside, right? So we have this one here, and we have this one here. Look, if the markets are bullish, if it's a real strong move, which I think it was, normally not all imbalances will be filled, but the upper one at least partially will be filled. And there's some other levels in there that in my opinion work as a magnet with the 382 fib, with the point of control of that high volume move. We had Thursday the 10th of July, we have the 30-day rolling VWAP. So I still think on the 4-hour time frame that, you know, should you be ready for the bullish breakout at all times? Yes, but I still think it's a little bit more likely, and that may be because of news, that may be something else, but that we will still pull back into this level right here around 114,000. Maybe spike a little bit deeper, that's always a possibility, but that will grab that liquidity, and from there bounce back up, get into balance, and then from there continue going up. I would say that's most likely, or at least that is the best opportunity, I would argue, on Bitcoin. So be ready for that. For now, stability is still most likely short term, and on the higher time frames, I'm still bullish. I mean, dropping down into 114,000, just to say that again, is actually bullish. But those are my thoughts. That's sort of thing you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.